Hello, friends. Welcome to Momentum Stock Traders Trade Desk Strategy Session. I'm Susie. I'm your day trading mentor. And in today's strategy session, I want to teach you two very powerful setups for timing your entries perfectly. And what I mean by perfectly is your entry will be almost no risk and your reward will be at least 2 to 1. So let me show you the trades that we took today. We only took 4 quick scalp trades on 2 very cheap stocks for a combined profit of $1.03 per share across all 4 trades. So all in all, that's actually not too bad for such a tough market. It really all boils down to knowing which stocks to focus on and knowing where price will reverse and knowing how to time your entries perfectly. And these are 3 things that I give my trade plan members every single morning. And so let me show you how to plan your entries perfectly with practically no risk and really good reward so that every trade you take will be very profitable, okay? So the 2 stocks that we worked with today were VLON and Tops. Now we'll start with VLON since that was the first one that set up for us for a couple of little scalp trades. This is VLON on the 1-minute chart. And these white lines that you see on my chart are the targets that I gave my trade plan members at 6:30 a.m. this morning, which was way ahead of the move. So they had plenty of time for this one to set up and plan their trade. And as you can see during pre-market, it had made this series of moves. And this is a really cheap stock. It's a sub $1 stock. And I don't usually like to trade these cheap stocks, but it's all we had to work with. So sometimes you have to do what you don't really want to do. Anyway, it had hit this target line right here, which was right around the 73-cent level. And then it started to sell down to the 200 EMA, which is this pink line, this moving average right here. And what we were looking for, since it had done this consolidation over here, if I zoom out again, and you can see this is actually a cup and handle pattern. And that is a bullish pattern to look for. When you get good at spotting these, you'll know that, hey, once it starts to set up, all you have to do is look for this little consolidation pattern on this side of the cup. See, we had it here. You're going to have another little one over here, and then you look for your entry. It's going to be a big bullish move, and you're going to be ready for it. So let me show you how you time this. Here we have the rim of the cup, okay, of the little dip that it had done. You have the rim, and what I'll do is I'll just kind of watch this for the EMA to either curl or flatten, and here it flattened right below this target line right here. So I drew the line over the consolidation level. What I did was I looked for this light blue moving average is my 9 EMA, and I'll usually look for it to curl over, and I'll put my line right at the top of that. And on this side, I'm looking for it to give me a buy signal, like this thing down here is green, and I have a candle pushing through. I was able to get in. I actually got in right at the top of that candle at 73 cents. I was going to watch it through this little level right here, but my target was a 93 cents. It pushed through this little gray dash line, which was just kind of a cautionary level that I told my members to just kind of monitor and watch for. You can see we had 2 wicks there, and then we had some tails and bottoms touch it. So it was confirming there. I just stayed with it. It was above my 9 EMA. There was no reason to get out. So just holding, as long as you're above your 9 EMA, just stay with it to your target. Once you're at your main target, then you're going to probably sell, and I do. I usually plan to sell into strength. There wasn't a whole lot of strength there, but I was able to get out, and all I got on this little first move was 19 cents a share. And I know that's not much, but when you're talking a 70-cent stock, 19 cents actually isn't too bad. So 19 cents a share, I was able to leverage a lot of shares on that trade, so it was good. It was all good. And then I just once again looked for this other consolidation setup. Found resistance here at this level. And as you can see, once it hit my target, it stayed at that target for a long time. That's a consolidation pattern, right? Lots of candles just stuck right there at that 90 level. It kept tagging it, and it looks like strong resistance. So what I'm going to look for is for my candle to show some strength through this line that I drew above this, right at where that 9 EMA just flattened out right there. It kind of showed a support and resistance level, and that's what I wanted to be able to get above with a nice signal. And here we were. I had that right after opening bell. A couple of minutes after opening bell, I was able to get in at 94 cents, and I was able to get out right here on this candle for a 22 cent a share gain. So all in all, I made 41 cents per share on these 2 combined scalps. And that's all I got on VLON. And then Tops was the other stock. And again, I give these white lines as targets for my trade plan members. And so they know what to expect and what to look for their setups. Now, this one was a false breakdown and EMA reclaim. This is the setup for this, okay? What you're looking for here is you're looking at the bottoms. Where are the bottoms going? Here's a low, here's a higher low, and then here's a low that's pretty much a double bottom, right? A double, tagged that level twice. So this one was lower. It looked like it was going to be a breakdown, right? because it came down lower than these other two, but it reclaimed this 50 EMA, which is this dark blue dash line. It reclaimed right here. Had a nice signal down here. I was above my 50 EMA, had a green arrow and everything. So I was able to get in at $1.53 right there. And my target, I was going to monitor through this line. It had already tagged it once. So I knew that that might be kind of a resistance level. My stop was going to be these several candles actually. So as long as price stayed above these tails, I'd stay with the trade, right? I wouldn't get chopped out. So yes, it hit this, it came back down, but price stayed above my stop loss. So I stayed with it to my target, which was $1.90. So I made 37 cents per share on that little trade. It didn't take very long. Then I watched, and we had a high of the day, right? That's what this was, this little wick right here. And once again, I'm looking for it to pull back to support because you have a high for the day. And I drew this blue line here to show that, see, once again, we have this blue EMA curling. So I put a line right at the top of that curl, and I'm looking for an entry above this line that I just drew, this blue line. And I got it right here at $1.85 on this candle right here. And you can also notice this doji, it tagged the 20 EMA. That's this tan line. It held that. And that was the other reason that this candle was the perfect candle to get in on. Got in early on that candle, and my target here, since we'd already tagged this one, I was looking for the candles to hold my 9 EMA all the way to my target, and I was able to get out at $2.10 right there. It went up to $2.15. I'm fine. I sell into strength the best I can, and then I got out. So that's how you can plan your entries perfectly. Again, this was the false breakdown and EMA reclaim. It had dipped below the 50 EMA here. I'm looking for it to reclaim with a couple of good signals. I had a green arrow. I had this thing down here was green. My entry was above the 50 EMA, and I'm going to take it to my target line, which was this white line, $1.90. Again, my stop loss kept me in the trade through this pullback, so I don't have to get in and out. And I knew this level was here. I was just going to use this as my stop loss to get me through this level, this target, which it had tagged before, and take it to my target, which was here. And then again, here we had the candle above my blue line that I drew based on how this blue line here, this blue EMA had curled, and then wait for my candle to hold it. Plus we had the confirmation of the tail to the 20, and everything else was green. So I just got in and took it to this next target of 10. Easy peasy. Let's look again at VLON just so to review, because that was a different strategy. Remember, this was a consolidation. Draw a line across your 9 EMA where it curls, and let the candle break above that, and then take it to your next target. This was my target. And here we had another consolidation. So I put a line at where the 9 EMA curled. I enter at my candle that holds the 20 or gives me a signal down here that's green, and take it to my target. So $1.03 per share across 4 trades really isn't a bad day's work here. And it was just a matter of knowing how to look for a setup, planning that, and getting in at your perfect entry, which had very little to no risk whatsoever and a pretty good reward. Okay. I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions at all, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you. If you'd like to be a member of my trade plan room, you'll get watch lists every day. You'll get the targets and the stocks that we are going to be trading, and you'll know what to look for, and you'll know the setup. So it really increases your profitability by being in the trade plan room. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll talk soon.